Have you ever looked around and noticed that kids these days are different? And it's not for the better. Childhood obesity is becoming a big problem in the United States. I'm going to show you the history, facts, and statistics, and what parents and caregivers can do to prevent this disease. Live Strong, the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, and the American Heart Association tell why and how we can fix childhood obesity. The reason why I want to inform you of this topic is because I love kids and I want them to grow up in a happy and healthy environment. They should not have to worry about doing certain things because they are obese. Kids should be worry-free. And the reason I want you to learn about this subject is so that we can all prevent it in the future. The history, facts, and how to prevent it are all things we need to know in order to stop this disease. National health organizations have been tracking and recording child obesity rates since the 1960s. No one is exactly sure why kids are more obese than ever before, but Dr. Robin Drucker, a pediatrician from Palo Alto Medical Foundation, reported that researchers were trying to find a fat gene that would explain the rising obesity in children. They couldn't find one. Instead, they found out that a child with one obese parent is 3 times more likely to becoming an obese adult. A child with 2 obese parents has a 10 times more likely chance of becoming an obese adult. Parents who have bad dietary and exercise habits will raise their kids in the same manner, teaching them unhealthy ways of eating and not exercising properly. There are many different things we can blame to try and explain the obesity problem in the United States. First off, the technology and innovation in the past 45 years have really taken a toll on children's weight and exercise. In 1970, Americans spent about $6 billion on fast food. By 2006, we were spending $142 billion. More and more families are eating out, which is making children gain more weight. Also in the 70s, the only way for a kid to play a video game was to walk or ride a bike down to the nearest arcade store. Now, kids don't even have to get out of their bed to play their favorite video games because it is all on their mobile devices. It is hard to put all the blame on the parents because some of the problem comes from their own schools. There are many schools across the country that have a poor physical education program and have unhealthy food they serve. Physical education programs in public schools have been decreasing since the 1950s. By the end of the century, less than 25% of students could pass 4 out of 5 of the fitness standards required by the schools. That means 75% of kids could not pass the required fitness standards at their own schools. Also, many public schools across America serve very unhealthy lunches to the students. This is teaching them unhealthy eating habits and increasing the childhood obesity. Knowing the facts and statistics about child obesity will really help the issue in the future. Studies show that overweight kids are more likely to become overweight or obese adults. The terms overweight and obese have 2 different meanings, and many people don't know the difference. Overweight means your child is above a weight that is considered normal and healthy. Being overweight as a child can lead to obesity as an adult. Obese means a child is severely overweight with a body mass index or a BMI that is equal to or greater than the 95th percentile. There are many consequences that come from child obesity. Obese and overweight children are at risk for a number of serious health problems. For example, type 2 diabetes was once called adult onset diabetes. Now with the rise in childhood obesity, there is a dramatic rise in the number of children suffering from type 2 diabetes. If this is untreated, this can be a life-threatening condition. Also, children with extra weight can make it harder for them to breathe and can inflame their respiratory tract. There is a rise in childhood asthma, and children with serious asthma are more likely to be overweight. And being overweight makes the heart work harder. Overweight children are more likely to grow up to be overweight adults who develop heart problems. And there is no single reason for the rise in childhood obesity, but there are some contributing factors. The marketing of unhealthy foods, the lack of daily physical exercise are some of the factors that contribute to child obesity. Nearly half of U.S. middle and high schools allow advertising of less healthy foods, which impacts students' ability to make healthy food choices. Most adolescents fall short of the physical activity guidelines for Americans' recommendation of at least 60 minutes of aerobic physical activity each day. Only 18% of students in grades 9 through 12 met this recommendation in 2007. Preventing childhood obesity starts with the parents and caretakers of the child. Balancing calories can help kids develop healthy eating habits. There are many ways parents can help reduce and balance calories in their child's meals and snacks. First, encourage healthy eating habits. Provide plenty of fruits and vegetables, serve reasonably sized portions, and encourage your family to drink a lot of water. You can also make your favorite dishes healthier. Some of your favorite recipes can be healthier with just a few changes. You can also remove calorie-rich temptations. Treats are okay in moderation, but limiting high-fat and high-sugary or salty snacks can also help your children develop healthy eating habits. Help your kids understand the benefits of being physically active. Teach them that physical activity has great health benefits. Help the kids stay active. Children and teens should participate in at least 60 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity most days of the week, and every day if possible. Also, reduce the sedentary time. Although quiet time for reading and homework is fine, limit the screen time to no more than 2 hours a day. Reaching and maintaining an appropriate body weight is a good way to prevent obesity. That's why recommendations that focus on small but permanent changes in eating may work better than a series of short-term changes that can't be sustained. In treating most overweight children, the main emphasis should be to prevent weight gain above what's appropriate for expected increases in height. For many children, this may mean limited or no weight gain while they grow taller. There are a few factors that predict success of preventing childhood obesity. The importance of continuing these lifestyle changes well past the initial treatment period should be emphasized to the entire family. The healthiest way to change weight is gradually. Parents should be included and encouraging of the dietary treatment program. There needs to be a strong social support of dietary intervention from others involved in preparing the food. There should also be regular physical activity with social support. Knowing the history and facts about childhood obesity can help parents and caretakers prevent this disease from continuing. We are all capable of changing, and we need to set the example and teach the children how to live a healthy lifestyle. Childhood obesity is a big problem in the United States. The history, facts, and learning how to prevent this disease is how we are going to make this problem better. It starts with us, and we can teach the next generation about childhood obesity, and we can make America a healthier and happier country again. Thank you.